everyone, and welcome back to Big Bad Game-a-thon. So, coming up next, I'll be doing Powerpuff Girls Paint the Townsville Green. This is a Powerpuff Girls game for the Game Boy Color, and it's pretty neat. And I guess it wasn't the best received, but it's fun to play for me. But it can be tricky to figure out things. But So we'll just be starting this in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh no, Buttercup has to go to school. And you'll see there I skipped the trading card. Those can be viewed on the map later. And some of them are pretty interesting. This was released along with 2 other Game Boy Color Powerpuff Girls games, Battle Hymn and Bad Mojo Jojo. And I'd say that this is probably the hardest one for certain reasons. This level is not really that tricky and it's pretty short, but this game does get pretty hard. Yeah, the graffiti is pretty cool. And so the game has pretty fun mechanics with the flying. You can go really quickly if you fly properly. And so you'll notice I'm getting these foam power-ups. You can use this to call the Powerpuff Girls, including yourself. So here I'll be doing that. And because Buttercup does the most damage if you use the foam, so I'll actually be calling myself quite a bit in this run. And the main antagonist in this game is the Gangrene Gang. It's different in the other 2 games. Like, in other games you have to face Mojo Jojo and him. But yeah, the way this game works is that you have to fill certain requirements in levels, and some areas will be locked until you complete the objectives. And here I'm in some headwinds, so this can be a little bit long of a part. And you also notice that when I get a pickup, it doesn't let me see how much of the stamina I have for a little bit. And since there are so many pickups, that can be a pretty huge issue in knowing how to do it. Thanks for the raid. Oh, I need to actually refill my stamina because these gaps can be a little bit tricky to go through if you don't have max stamina. And it can be really easy to take a death if you don't have a lot of it, so I had to stop a little bit there. And I guess I'll get this health because I'm a little bit low on health. It shouldn't be an issue, but just in case, I want to get the stamina there. And you also notice there's people that I can rescue. They just pretty much function as collectibles, like the items I'm picking up. And the only purpose for the collectibles is to get 100%, and there is technically a 100% category for this game, but there's honestly not really much point. It's just really tricky to find everything, and you have to just go through levels, and that category I really don't feel as interesting, so I'd usually just run this. There's this category. There is also an all levels that you can do, and that's honestly pretty fun. I haven't played the extra levels in this game as much though. Oh, will it be enough stamina? Okay, it is. Good. Okay, good, that's enough. I don't have that much health, but I should be fine. And so Buttercup does 5 points of damage, so while the other girls don't do anywhere near as much, so generally I want to use her for both phones when I can. Oh, I actually almost ran out of health. I just kind of didn't really worry that much about health, but so worked out. And I'm going on to the art museum. This isn't really the worst level, but I'd say the level coming up after this is probably the most tricky level in this game. Oh, I kind of just got stuck a little bit there. The collision in this is not really the best, so it is possible to get stuck. And I'm also pretty sure that it is possible to clip, but I haven't found any big uses for that, but that is a thing to do. So I'm just flying up because it's a lot faster to fly than walk in this game. And hey, I got a trading card. But definitely when playing this at first, it can be hard to figure out where to go, but when you know where to go, it's a pretty quick speed run. I want to get all this. I also want to get that phone after I rescue the professor. There's going to be another phone coming up as well. This is also the most combat-oriented Powerpuff Girls game. Well, for the Game Boy Color anyway. There's just a lot more boss fights in this one than the other ones. For the most part, the bosses don't take that long to defeat than the other ones, but here they can take a pretty long time. But luckily with having the strongest phone available at the beginning, it's still pretty quick. And I'm gonna want to attack the large hero at the top here first, because otherwise I would have to fly up into it, which can be pretty tricky. Got walk past towards jets, and definitely what it looks like. So that's I think I should be able to just do this after I shoot all these by using another buttercup phone. And I could just unlock Big Belly there. And that's the level down. And now we're going on to probably the hardest level in this game. There's one section coming up where there's a beam that is really tricky to actually get through. And here I have to be careful not to fly too high, or I'll have to go quite a bit out of my way to go back down. Oh, it is also pretty easy to get grabbed by the wrestler there. And so I had to go there because that was just a plot trigger that lets me go here. Oh wait, no, I need to go up. I guess since I'm already here, I'll get this phone. It's probably slower to get it, but it's definitely easier to get it for the fight coming up. I didn't want to get punched there, because health can be a bit of an issue in this stage. This stage also has quite a few bottomless pits. Oh, this might actually not work unless if I don't refill my stamina. So I'm gonna do that. And so this will lead to the next plot, like just plot progression. I think here all of the gang dressed up as friends of the Powerpuff Girls. So it's just kind of a disguise thing. I'm gonna get all my stamina so I can fly back up. Will this work? I fell down a little bit there. Okay, it's still dead. Okay, I want to get that. I should have enough phones to be fine. No, I don't need to actually charge up there. I stopped a little bit there for my stamina. It's not really necessary at that part. I need to fly up here. And we're getting to one of the more tricky parts of this level. Give me a thing coming up. And the thing with these is that the hitbox below is bigger than you would expect, and also the kill plane at the bottom is higher up than you would expect, so the gap to get through here is more tight than you expect. Okay, got through that. this work? I'm gonna take this a little safely. I think I could have landed on another cloud coming up, but just kind of making sure I can do this correctly. Oh no! Game, why? Yeah, and if you take a death, you have to restart. Okay, I took that slowly, but I should have landed on another cloud. Oh well. I'm gonna go a little more slowly this next time. But yeah, it can be pretty easy to just fall there. And there are things that'll restore your flight, but with momentum, they're not really even helpful. Because you'll have too much momentum and you'll just fall anyway, even though if you get one of them. And I'm a little bit nervous about health. So I just decided to stop the sumo wrestler. There. Yeah, like there. I'm getting to show off what's annoying about this beam at least. Okay, there. Oh, will that work? It did not. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This one's going well until this. Definitely flew too close to the sun there, but that's okay. I'm gonna get this coming up. I shouldn't need it, but you never know with this game. Let's hope this beam is not annoying. I haven't had... No, I'm not even gonna say anything with this. Yeah, I have 0 lives, which makes me a little nervous. Well, I think I gave a pretty generous estimate. Thanks. Yeah, the controls or something. If you don't land on the right cloud, there's pretty much, it can be hard to back it up. Yeah, just enjoy this quality soundtrack. Good. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to do this fast. I'm just gonna make sure I can fly through cloud to cloud. This isn't really the worst section if you're patient, but this is a speedrun, so I'm not really that patient. Oh, let me get this! Well, I'm sorry everyone, we're gonna be going over estimate. Wait, will we? Yeah, we will. We might not, if I can do this really quickly. Yeah, we might not do this, but that's what happens if you game over. You have to redo the entire stage, unfortunately. Yeah, these next two levels will have to be just about close to perfect to not go over estimate, but we'll see. I'm glad I gave such a generous estimate now. Yeah. Okay, so where did I go again? I go up at this point. No, I need to go up. Yeah. Okay, no, I'm gonna land on you, Cloud. Even though I didn't really need to in that case. This won't be that much overestimate, honestly, just a little bit. Probably about 30 or so seconds if I do. Well, I mean, it's if I do not die. I'm doing okay on health, at least. I'm gonna want to get this, I think. There's a phone up here. Because the hitbox of the boss can be a little bit tricky. I haven't really actually taken any death. No, I shouldn't. I've said I didn't take any deaths to the beam yet, but I shouldn't have actually said that, because now I might take one, but eh. I'm referring to this part right here. Yeah. Okay, we can do this all day. Okay. And one other thing is that it can be a little tricky to actually land on the clouds there. Okay, let's actually get that. I'm taking it really slowly to get them. Yeah, if you don't get that, it can be really, really hard to back it up. I'm gonna restore my stamina, and hey, we're the boss. Okay, so I forget who this is, but he has 16 HP. I'm actually, this health is, and also the hitbox of this is just as not good at all. 1, 2, I want to do 6 hits and then, well, I can also just do 4, 3, but that will be slower, so I'm going to do 6 and then start using buttercup phones. And also, if you try to attack an enemy when they're in their hard animation, you'll deal 1 less point of health. So I sometimes wait a little bit before attacking, but that's the end of that level. I don't think this level can be done in under 4 minutes, but because this is a pretty long level, this is a boss rush of all the other previous levels. Good. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I want to get that right there. And there's also quite a few bottomless pits, but as a whole, this level is not as tricky as the last one. Okay, I was worried I was gonna spawn pits, but I did not. But yeah, I'm heading to the first boss here. Well, the first 2 bosses. You just fight them both at the same time in this part. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just need to deal 12 hits, and it's not that bad with because of the pattern of rubber here. Just like goes up, so I can just stay around where he is. Ice, or no, this is Snake, I think. Snake is a little bit more tricky because you have to stay just near him, and if you don't position yourself correctly, it is easy to take damage. And he does move pretty fast. We'll stay like right around, just right behind him. And now that that's done, I need to go back and defeat Big Billy and Little Arturo. And then I'll fight Ice, so this is just kind of a boss rush of all the previous, well, except the level 4 boss. But we just have to fight all the Green Gang here. Yeah, just get to enjoy the boss thing for a long time. Wait, is this where to go? Okay, it is. No, okay, that was a little scary. I almost fell in the water there, and falling in the water at that part does kill you. So I want to wait till Big Billy's off screen and then attack. It's hard to attack him in this one because he's higher up, so I definitely want to use the phones at that part. Oh, I missed attacking there, but that's okay. Yeah, 16 HP, and you don't get as many phones for this part, so it's a little tricky. It takes a little bit longer than the previous fight of this, but there we go. So we're almost done with the run now. Just have to go to the right and defeat Ace. And have to be a little careful to not fall, but it's not really that bad. Okay. And so this boss, you would think, since it's the final boss of a pretty tricky game, that it would be a hard fight. You can just do this. Time's gonna be after I get in the heart. This won't be that much of a best at least. About maybe 30 seconds or so. And that's time. And so that's the last level of that. Like, there are other levels you can do where you face the rowdy rough boys by using passwords or getting 100%, but that's all of that. But in any percent, that's all we do. So thanks everyone for the GGs. And so that will be all my ones for Big Bad Game-a-thon. I will be hosting later, but thanks for having me, and I'll throw it over to the host now.